Okay, the C, Miss Eunice. Miss Kathy.
1, 4.
Okay, B.
1, 2.
Okay, other than the A. One. Beautiful. So now we had a review on it, and that's what we'll do. What we'll do before we do our to-do list. We're gonna run through our alphabets again, and how we make them. And when I do the to-do list, I'm not gonna go through with what it is. You're gonna tell me. You're gonna write it down as best you can, and then we'll go over that to make sure we did it right. So I want to write them down so I can know how to go back in the order. This is the thing. See, this is somebody's paper, or this. Oh, this is the book thing. So that we can go back and do our to-do list.
Here's your paper, Miss Eunice.
Okay. All right. You all did very, very well today. And I like, and remember, whenever you make a mistake, you don't have to panic. Just go to the next square, and you can fill that in, and just go to the next cell and do that letter.
Well, ladies, I've been eavesdropping up on your conversation, and I kind of like what you were doing, and I caught part of it. And let me do my intro. We are at the Blind Social Center, located at 5037 Broadway, right here in the heart of Gary, Indiana. And I have before me Ms. Cora, and I see that you guys have been doing like a preview of the alphabet. And from where I was sitting, it sounds like everybody has done very well on today.
Absolutely.
Great, great, great. So, can I talk to my Miss Kathy for a moment? Okay, Miss Kathy, so are you feeling more confident now with your alphabets? Because you sound like you have it.
I'm still working on it.
Still a work in progress.
Still a work in progress.
Hey, but you're making very good progress. I heard you over there while I was over there on the other side. Okay. What is your recommendation, Ms. Cora, for any new Brailler as far as trying to learn how to write Braille?
And the biggest thing is to knowing the numbers of the cells in writing it. For example, on the right side, you're gonna start counting from there 1, 2, 3. The second side 4, 5, 6. And when you know, and because when you're writing Braille, it seems as if you're writing backward, but you actually are not. You're having to. You read from from left to right, but in order to write Braille, you write it from right to left. So that when you flip your paper over, you can read the correct way. So sometimes when you're writing it, it seems to be a bit confused. You get confused because you're writing from, it seems as if you're going backwards, but that's the way Braille is written because you have to be able to read your dot. I call them dots, or with your bumps, or whatever you want to call them, but you have to be able to read it. And so you can't write it that way, and you flip your paper over, everything's going to be backwards.
Right.
So you're writing it from right, going left. But when you flip your paper over, you're going to read it from from left to right. That's the way we read in Western culture.
Okay.
We read from left to right. So when you're writing it, you have to have a way of being able to tell your students, I have to divide that cell up to show them on the right side, you start your count there, 1, 2, 3. Second side, 4, 5, 6. So it's easier to try and remember. That's why we were going over which cells make which letters. Because it really don't matter. When you see a cell, you gotta know it's gotta be first side this, second side that.
So how difficult is it to learn Braille?
It really isn't difficult to learn. What the problem comes in when you're starting to try and read it,
Okay.
because sometimes, depending on a person's sometimes health conditions, the sensitivity in their fingers can be kind of hard to determine which dots it is. And I know myself, when I'm reading it, I have to be careful. You hold your finger down in a position so long, it'll start getting numb, tingly. And when I was learning it too, you had to use, they always told us to make sure you had kept lotion, you have to take breaks, shake your hand, keep you stimulating into your fingers, because that's how you're reading it, is with your fingers.
So you heard it right here. You have to shake those fingers, use lotion, and
Keep 'em,
and just keep on persevering, right?
Yep.
My other question: what tools do you use as far as being able to write?
Miss Eunice?
You use a slate and a stylus.
Okay, what is a slate?
The slate is this long thing here, and it got some cells on it,
Okay.
and it's got all the dots on this one cell. And this is the stylus. You punch the dots with the stylus.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for your kindness and your time. And we're out.